Welcome to the Biathlon Integrity Unit's guide on biathlon governance standards. On behalf of all members of the International Biathlon Union, the Biathlon Integrity Unit is here to protect the integrity of biathlon, ensuring the highest standards of governance. Biathlon governance standards are the implementation of processes and structures that ensure the effective, efficient, and ethical management of decisions and actions at all levels of a national federation. Governance standards can increase performance and improve financial results of an NF, maximizing attractiveness to commercial partners. By employing governance standards, you can gain trust from athletes, coaches, and NF members, as well as other stakeholders and partners. NF governance failures in other sports have led to direct and lasting harm to athletes and the sports as a whole. Additionally, a lack of comprehensive governance standards can lead to corruption within sports. Let's look at an example of governance standards in action. Meet Paul, who is the president of an NF. Paul wants to improve governance in his NF, but he isn't sure where to start. The BIU is here to help NFs develop their governance goals and can offer a range of support. The BIU works with Paul's NF to conduct a joint assessment of their governance structures and identify areas for improvement. Together, they identify key governance principles. The first governance principle is transparency. This involves the open and honest disclosure of applicable information, including policies, decisions, and finances. Paul decides to publish an annual activity report and meeting minutes on the NF's website. This allows all stakeholders to see how the NF is being run. The next principle is accountability. Accountability means taking responsibility for the actions that are taken and the decisions that are made. Paul sets up an athlete team selection committee. This committee selects athletes for national teams and competitions based on set criteria and standards. The third principle is ethical conduct, and this involves everyone acting honestly and with integrity. Ethical misconduct, such as accepting or offering bribes or committing integrity offences, can damage the reputation of an NF and the sport. The BIU provides templates and guidelines for governance documentation, and Paul utilises this to ensure robust conflicts of interest procedures are in place. The next principle is sustainability, which is about maintaining a balance between the environment, natural resources, and human needs. Sustainability of the environment is important to ensure that biathlon can be enjoyed in the future. Paul decides to consider sustainable measures for his NF's up-and-coming national championships. The BIU facilitates peer learning and exchange of best practice among NFs, and so Paul reaches out to another NF to discuss their sustainability practices. Based on this conversation, Paul decides to provide sustainable travel options to the event and chooses to limit single-use plastics. The fifth principle is safeguarding. In biathlon, safeguarding is the process of protecting children and adults from harm by providing a safe environment. Paul attends a BIU workshop on governance best practices to learn more about safeguarding. Paul decides to appoint a team member to lead on safeguarding concerns and ensure that all reports and potential concerns are taken seriously. The final principle is equity and fairness. This means the fair and just access and distribution of resources and opportunities for all. Paul wants to develop biathlon on a national level to improve access for all. Paul takes part in the IBU's material distribution and is provided with equipment to support this. Paul has taken steps to improve governance in his NF. This has led to increased trust from athletes and has strengthened relationships with commercial partnerships as they can trust that Paul's NF is well governed. To summarise, governance standards help you act in the best interests of your NF, the athletes, and biathlon. By applying the 6 principles of governance in your NF, trust from athletes and other stakeholders and partners can be increased. the BIU is here to help you with defining your governance goals and support you as they are implemented.